Hi, and good day all. We will be continuing our series where we'll be reading one chapter of the Great Controversy. And we have been looking at chapter 1. Today is day 2, and we'll be looking at page 2 of the Great Controversy. So I'd like to encourage you to get your physical copy again if you haven't done so as yet, or tune in online with your PDF and follow me as we read. The history of more than 1,000 years of God's special favor and guardian care, manifested to the chosen people, was opened to the eye of Jesus. There was Mount Moriah, where the Son of Promise, an unresisting victim, had been brought to the altar, emblem of the offering of the Son of God. There, the covenant blessing, the glorious messianic promise, had been confirmed to the father of the faithful. That's Abraham, as we know. Genesis 22, verse 9 and 16, 18. There the flames of the sacrifice ascended to heaven. From the threshing floor of Ona had turned aside the sword of the destroying angel. 1 Chronicles 21, a fitting symbol of the Savior's sacrifice and mediation for guilty men. Jerusalem had been honored of God above all the earth. The Lord had chosen Zion. He had desired it for his habitation. Psalms 132, verse 13. There, for ages, holy prophets had uttered their messages of warning. Their priests had waved their censers, and the clouds of incense with the prayers of the worshippers had ascended before God. There, daily, the blood of slain lambs had been offered, pointing forward to the Lamb of God. There, Jehovah had revealed his presence in the cloud of glory above the mercy seat. There rested the base of the mystic ladder connecting earth with heaven, and we know that's Jacob's ladder. Genesis 28, verse 12, and John 1, 51. That ladder upon which angels of God descended and ascended, and which opened to the world the way into the holiest of all. Had Israel as a nation preserved her allegiance to heaven, Jerusalem would have stood forever, the elect of God. And this was stated in Jeremiah 17, 21 to 25. But the history of that favored people was a record of backsliding and rebellion. They had resisted heaven's grace, abused their privileges, and slighted their opportunities. And we have to be aware that we don't do the same thing. Although Israel had mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets, 2 Chronicles 36:16, he had still manifested himself to them as the Lord God, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth. Exodus 34:6. And this is something that we can claim as well. Notwithstanding repeated rejections, his mercy had continued its pleadings. With more than a father's pitying love for his son of his care, God had sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place, showing God's love. 2 Chronicles 36, verse 15. When Rimon's entreaty and rebuke had failed, he sent to them the best gift of heaven. Nay, he poured out all heaven in that one gift. The Son of God himself was sent to plead with the impenitent city. It was Christ that had brought Israel as a goodly vine of Egypt. Psalms 80, verse 8. His own hand had cast out the heathen before it. He had planted it in a very fruitful hill, that Jerusalem. His guardian care had hedged it about. His servants had been sent to nurture it. What could have been done more to my vineyard was asked. He exclaimed, that I have not done in it. Isaiah 51, 1 to 4. You see that prophecy. Isaiah prophesying before the time. Though when he looked that it should bring forth grapes, it brought forth wild grapes. Yet, with a still yearning hope of fruitfulness, he came in person to his vineyard, showing God's abundant love. If haply it might be saved from destruction, he digged about his vine, he pruned and cherished it. He was unwearied in his efforts to save this vine of his own planting.